Hey, welcome back. So now let's look at the data functions in Streamlit. So to display data with Streamlit, we have four options. So like we mentioned, the first one is a metric. So a metric basically is just display a big bold font with optional indicator of what this metric looks like. So it could be a temperature, probably a stock price or anything. So here basically we are displaying gas price and we are displaying temperatures, and these are the two examples we are displaying for metric. And basically every time uh, we don't have to rerun every time for a Streamlit. So if you already have this page running, any code changes you make, that will be automatically reflected, so we don't have to rerun the code every time here. So, and coming to what all we can display, so one is temperature, and delta basically is in which direction you want to display the data here. So basically if we do delta as -1.2, then this would be in red, it would be in the negative indicator, or you can have delta to be positive. And after that, the another one is you could also display the JSON data. So st.json is if we basically have data that can't be displayed, if it is has been converted to a data frame already, we need to pass the data as a dictionary, or we can render using this method. And basically the only thing is just have st.json and have a dictionary as the input, and you should be able to display this. And the next thing would be, so let's take a look at data frame. So we all know data frames, they are pretty popular in pandas for machine learning. So if you have any dictionary as an input, we will be calling pd.dataframe and just pass that dictionary with the values, and basically it's converted to a data frame. And for this we will be using import pandas as pd. So and the only difference between table and data frame is interactive, and you can also do some highlighting of the values rendered to a data frame using some style function here, like a style highlight and all of it. We will look into that. And after that, the table basically is uh, the difference between data frame and this one is data frame is more dynamic, whereas table is static. Its entire contents are directly laid out on the page. So let's go and actually run this example here. So we will need to run what's the name of our file? Okay, so before we do this, let me save this file. Okay, and let's go and run this. There was an error in the command. There's been multiple Streamlit, so now it has been updated. Okay, so basically you are seeing a temperature here which is negative, and if I actually change this delta to positive and save it, so basically you would see the direction of the temperature reversing in upwards, similarly to the gas price. So we have delta as 1 2 3, and basically let's say the delta as negative here. Let's basically make it delta 1 2, and let me save this, and you would see delta going in the negative direction here. So that's basically the purpose of delta here. And for JSON, I think most of you would be familiar with JSON. It's just a dictionary which we are displaying it over here. And data frame, so if you look at the first data frame, we are just displaying the input data frame onto here. And in the highlighter function, so we are actually trying to identify the max in the given column, and we are trying to mark it with a highlighter. So that's all this is doing, and we are not actually doing anything here. This one is just to show all the possible options you can do in the data frame, and we will be building applications on this. Here we are just looking at the features. And similarly, table is static, where the entire data frame is displayed on the screen. So that's basically it for this one. And in the next one, let's actually look at the charts. So we will look at the native charts, which is line chart, and we will also look at the area chart and the bar chart in the next tutorial. And thank you for thank you for joining. Let's continue our session in the next video. Thank you.